playing in downtown San Francisco tonight, and I actually used to live right around the corner. I'm on 12th and Folsom in downtown San Francisco, and I just remembered how much I used to get ripped off down here. I'd come to my car and there'd be a broken window. One time my front bumper was missing. I'm walking to my car and I'm like, my car looks different. As I get there, there's somebody had stole the front bumper. My antenna used to get stolen all the time because people would smoke crack out of it. So I just realized I haven't been down to this particular area in a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything out of my car. I've got hats. I got a mouthpiece. I've got some CDs. I've got a trumpet, a pocket trumpet that I practice with in the car. I've got a recharger, my headphones. I've got this thing to hold my camera. I've got extra shades. I got 2 pairs of shades and some more CDs. And I'm going to take it all, because I don't want anybody to steal anything. I've got my kids left headphones in the back. It's Patterns for Jazz, which is a really good book. What else? Nothing. Okay, I know you can't see very well. I even have spare change down here in the console. I'm going to take all of that. All right. I mean, it's going to be a lot of stuff to lug around. Auxiliary cord going in. I don't even leave anything in the trunk. I got a bag, mutes, stand light, my stand. It's all coming with me. All right, nice and clean. Just for musicians, never leave anything in your trunk. I don't know how many times I've heard, oh man, I was just gonna go grab something to eat really quick, and so I left my horn in the car and I get ripped off. Or, oh man, I just stopped in the store just for a second and I thought it'd be okay. Or I had all my horns in the trunk, you couldn't even see it, and they still get ripped off. So never leave anything in your trunk, ever. And when you're in between sets, it's Philly cheesesteak time. It's 2:30 in the morning, and it was a great gig for a number of reasons. I got paid in cash. I went back to where my car was parked, and it was still there. And nobody stole a bumper. Nobody stole anything. Nobody broke any windows. It's not like this happens every time I drive to San Francisco, but there was one point in about a 3-year period where my car got ripped off twice. So anytime I don't find my car right away, I just figure somebody ripped it off. So I obviously got my car back, and all things considered, good gig. So, tip, don't ever leave your horn in the car. I've just heard too many stories, man. It's just like, I'm not going to get into it again, but just word to the wise, never leave your horn in the car, even if it's only for 5 seconds, or you're going to be gone for 5 minutes. take your horn with you. If you're going to go to dinner, take your horn with you. If you're going to go to the bathroom, take your horn with you, right? You got to park, take your horn with you. Don't even leave it in the trunk, because just because you think nobody can see it. One time I was in the Tenderloin and I was doing a show, and I specifically put my trumpet in the car to take it with me when I got out of the car, right? So I didn't want to go into the trunk and take it out of the trunk and let everybody know that I have stuff in there. So I get out of the car, take my trumpet with me, I come back, and I see my trunk looks kind of weird. Somebody had taken a screwdriver to the lock and jacked up the lock and bent the lock and put a big old dent in the back of my car, but they didn't get anything out of the trunk. Something must have spooked them, or maybe the cops came or something. Who knows? All I know is that other than breaking my lock, they didn't take anything. And I did have at the time some stuff in my trunk. So I was so happy that nobody got anything. So I feel like I got one. So I shouldn't have had anything in the trunk. And even though they didn't see me open the trunk, they're still just figure I was a musician maybe. They saw me going to the theater or whatever and figured they'd take a look at the trunk. Or maybe they were just randomly ripping people off. So, take your horn with you. Never leave it in the car.